The old stories are not just tales of gods and monsters, they are maps. They are maps of the human soul. When we read about Zeus on his throne or Hercules on his quests, we are not just reading about figures from long ago, we are reading about ourselves. These myths speak a language that our modern world sometimes forgets. It is the language of the spirit, the language of our deepest identity. The ancient Greeks looked up at the stars and saw heroes. They looked within themselves and found the same epic struggles and grand possibilities. Their stories have lasted for thousands of years because they hold a timeless truth about what it means to be human and the journey we are all on. These myths are powerful because they show us the full spectrum of our inner world. They are not simple tales of good versus evil. The gods of Olympus have flaws. Zeus is powerful but unfaithful. Hera is majestic but jealous. Ares is the god of war driven by rage. These are not just divine dramas. They are reflections of our own internal conflicts. We all have a part of us that desires power, a part that feels envy and a part that can be consumed by anger. The myths do not judge these feelings. Instead, they present them as fundamental forces of nature and of our own being. By understanding them, we begin to understand the complex landscape within our own hearts and minds. The heroes of these stories represent our potential for growth and transformation. Think of Odysseus and his long, difficult journey home. His voyage across treacherous seas is a powerful metaphor for our own life's journey. We all face storms and monsters. We all get lost and must find our way back to who we truly are. Hercules and his 12 labors show us that we have the strength to overcome impossible challenges. Each labor is a test, not just of physical might, but of courage, intelligence, and perseverance. These heroes teach us that we are capable of extraordinary things when we dare to face the trials that life presents to us. So when we open a book of Greek myths, we are doing more than just reading ancient history. We are embarking on a journey of self-discovery. We are looking into a mirror that reflects our deepest selves, our hidden strengths, and our greatest challenges. The gods are the great energies that move through us, and the heroes are the models for how we can learn to channel those energies consciously. The myths call to us across the centuries. They invite us to see our own lives as an epic story, a sacred adventure, a chance to discover the divine spark that lies dormant within each and every one of us, waiting to be awakened and brought into the world. There is a profound idea woven into the fabric of these ancient tales. It is the idea that we are not merely physical beings living out a brief existence on this earth. We are something more. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. The myths constantly remind us of this deeper reality. They tell stories of mortals who interact with gods, who journey to the underworld and back, and who can, through great deeds, achieve a form of immortality. This suggests that the line between the human and the divine is not a solid wall. It is a veil, a thin curtain that can be parted by those who are brave enough to seek what lies beyond. Consider the story of Psyche, a mortal woman whose beauty rivaled that of the goddess Aphrodite. Her journey to win back the love of Eros is a story about the soul's difficult path toward union with the divine. She is given impossible tasks designed to break her spirit, yet, with help from unexpected places, she succeeds. Psyche's story is our story. It represents the journey of the human soul as it seeks enlightenment and connection to a higher consciousness. It teaches us that our spirit is resilient. It can endure immense hardship and emerge stronger, purified, and ready to embrace a more profound existence than the one we knew before. The gods and goddesses themselves symbolize the many facets of this divine consciousness. Apollo represents logic, order, and the light of awareness. Dionysus represents chaos, ecstasy, and the untamed forces of nature. Athena is the embodiment of wisdom and strategy, while Artemis is the spirit of wild independence. We do not need to worship these figures as external deities. Instead, we can see them as powerful archetypes or patterns of energy that exist within our own consciousness. We all have access to Apollo's clarity, Dionysus's passion, and Athena's wisdom. The key is to recognize these forces within us and learn to live in balance with them. This perspective transforms how we see ourselves and our place in the universe. We are not small, insignificant creatures in a meaningless world. We are vessels of immense spiritual potential. We are co-creators of our reality, connected to a vast and intelligent cosmos. The Greek myths serve as a guide to exploring this inner divinity. They encourage us to look past the surface of our daily lives and connect with the eternal part of our being. They whisper a powerful truth. You are a spiritual being, and your life is a sacred journey. Your purpose is to awaken to this truth and to express your unique spark of divinity in the world. The path of the hero is never an easy one. It is a path of conscious evolution. It is about moving from an unconscious state of being, where we are ruled by our fears and instincts, to a conscious one, where we are guided by wisdom and purpose. The myths are very clear about this. The hero must leave the comfort of the known world and venture into the darkness of the unknown. This journey into the abyss is where true transformation happens. It is where the hero confronts the monsters, and these monsters are almost always symbolic of the hero's own inner demons. Their fear, their pride, their ignorance, and their doubt. Think of Theseus entering the labyrinth to face the Minotaur. The labyrinth is a perfect symbol for the confusing, twisting passages of our own minds. The Minotaur, a creature half man and half bull, represents our own primal, untamed nature that lives deep within our subconscious. To defeat the monster, Theseus needs more than just strength. He needs a guiding thread given to him by Ariadne. This thread symbolizes the light of awareness, the connection to a higher wisdom that can guide us through our darkest inner passages. Every time we choose to face a difficult truth about ourselves, we are entering our own labyrinth and moving toward greater consciousness. This process of individual growth is not just for our own benefit. It has a profound impact on the world around us. When a hero returns from their quest, they bring back a gift for their community. This gift is often called a boon. It could be a treasure, a secret, or a new level of wisdom that helps society to heal and to grow. Prometheus stole fire from the gods and gave it to humanity, symbolizing the gift of knowledge and technology. When we work on ourselves, when we heal our own wounds and expand our own consciousness, we are not just saving ourselves. We are bringing a gift back to the collective. We become a source of light for others. Our future as a species depends on this process. The great challenges facing humanity today, division, conflict, destruction of the environment, are all symptoms of a collective lack of consciousness. They are the shadows cast by our collective inner monsters. The only way to create a better future is for more individuals to undertake the hero's journey. We must each be willing to look within, to face our own darkness, and to evolve. As we do this, one person at a time, we begin to elevate the consciousness of the entire human family. We're not just building a better life for ourselves, we are forging a more enlightened and sustainable future for all of humanity. We are living in a time of great change, a time that calls for heroes. But the heroes we need today are not necessarily those who wield swords or possess superhuman strength. The heroes we need are conscious individuals who are willing to awaken the immense power that lies within them. The myths speak of the Titans, the primordial forces of creation that came before the gods of Olympus. These Titans represent the raw, untamed potential that exists within each of us. For too long, this power has been dormant, locked away in the depths of our collective unconscious, much like the Titans were imprisoned in Tartarus. Now is the time for their awakening. Awakening your inner Titan means claiming your full potential. It means refusing to live a small life, dictated by fear or by the limited expectations of society. It is about understanding that you are a spiritual being with the power to shape your reality. This is not about ego or a desire for control. It is about aligning yourself with your true purpose and allowing your unique gifts to flow through you and into the world. It is about becoming a conscious participant in the great unfolding story of the cosmos. Every act of courage, every moment of compassion, every choice to seek truth is an act of awakening this great power within. This personal awakening is the key to our collective evolution. Imagine a world where millions of people are living from a place of expanded awareness and inner strength. Imagine communities built on cooperation instead of competition, on wisdom instead of ignorance. This is not a distant utopian dream. It is a real possibility that begins with the choices we each make today. As we awaken our inner potential, we inspire others to do the same. A single candle can light 1,000 more without diminishing its own flame. In the same way, one awakened individual can become a catalyst for a great shift in the consciousness of those around them. So, the journey begins now. Look to the ancient myths not as relics of the past, but as a living guide for your future. See yourself in the stories of the heroes. Recognize the gods and goddesses as the energies within you. Have the courage to enter your own labyrinth and face your own monsters. The future of humanity is not written in the stars, it is written in our hearts. It is time to awaken the Titan within, to rise up with conscious power and creative purpose, and to help build a new world worthy of our divine potential. This is your quest. This is your myth to live.